Horror typically follows formulas. The movie Scream was literally about that notion. In most cases, there is a monster of some sort terrorizing a group of people. Video games have, in many instances, adopted a similar formula. The asymmetric multiplayer horror genre has taken the monster rule and used it to revitalize horror in video games. Games like Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight have tapped into the fear of being stalked by something terrifying, all while adding a dash of fan service. Survival horror titles of all varieties have also stuck to the monster formula. Games like Among the Sleep went the route of hiding and surviving, while the Resident Evil series and to a lesser degree Silent Hill adhered to their own brand of the formula. There are, of course, other horror paths. Psychological horror is an approach that is vastly different from the traditional monster formula. In these games, a sense of unease and possibly fear is usually achieved through unconventional methods. Take, for instance, Stories Untold. The player works their way through different stories that all connect to a heartbreaking truth hidden within the memory of the main character. But what if a game chooses to take on the player more directly? What if a game refuses to be played? And that refusal, in fact, becomes the game. Calendula attempts to immerse the player into an alternate reality of some sort, a reality that is likely entirely constructed in the player's mind. The game asks for the player's name and birth date. Once the information has been entered, the game's menu appears. Naturally, since it's likely the first playthrough, a player will choose play, followed by new game. An error is encountered, hinting that there is something wrong with the video settings. Surely, the player will check the configuration on the main menu. Adjusting the video setting will cause the game to glitch and restart. Once the game starts over, the cursor rests on the eye logo at the bottom of the screen. Clicking on the eye will reveal the clue from the last screen and this one chained together into a single phrase. But what does it mean? The player will likely jump through the same hoops as before, but this time the error will point to a memory issue. So load game will be chosen instead. Under the load game menu, a saved game is discovered. Clicking on this file will reset the game and the process begins once more. Something slightly different happens at this restart. The player is in a strange decorated hall. Moving forward begins revealing unusual images. Once the strange flashes end, the player returns to the main menu. Calendula continues in this fashion. The player will attempt to start the game, but Calendula refuses to allow the player to actually play the game. Periodically, the player may find themselves back in the strange room, or some version of it. For the most part, the game takes place at the main menu, working through clues and unraveling the clues in the eye menu. The strange environment that the player finds themselves in is never explained, nor are the strange images. Any guess I would make would be pure conjecture and likely biased toward my interpretation of just what I am seeing. As games go, Calendula isn't much of one, but as experiences go, it's likely to be something that will be well remembered. Personally, I wouldn't say that Calendula scared me. I didn't finish it thinking, wow, that was scary. What did happen were moments of genuine discomfort, for reasons I could never quite express adequately. The various glitches would frustrate initially, and in that frustration, I believe it opened me up to other feelings. Once I realized that this is the game, I embraced the experience and was not disappointed. Thanks for watching this one. I hope to see you guys next time.